Goodness, I realized how loud the music actually was on stream. Alrighty, well here, let's swap over. Hey everybody, welcome again to another episode of Sand and Shadow, our Dungeons & Dragons homebrew campaign set in the desert city, or desert kingdom, I should say, of Abu Kanasta. I'm your Dungeon Master, EK on the Turtle VTuber, and our party is a little short today. It's okay, we're hoping to get our other two players in later on today, but, life happens. But hey, you know what? I'm not one to break tradition when it comes to doing roll calls, so let's get started here. Starting from the left over here is our friend, not Mafia.
Hello, it is I, not underscore mafia underscore. It seems to me, looking at the stream, that my PNG is squished vertically ever so slightly.
Let me change that for you. Let me just. Oh,
I
whoop!
think it does.
Hold on. That's horizontal. Let me. Okay, well,
There we go.
there it is.
Ooh,
Woo.
I'm my proper width.
See, I tried to do that for everybody, but everybody looked so wide, so I didn't want to do that to you.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm playing Violet the zombie. We haven't actually clarified what type of undead Violet is. I think
it's
zombie or ghoul are
like
the two I would describe
that's
as.
like the best way to put it. I would even go maybe so far as to say a revenant, like as a as a very large stretch, a revenant.
Anyway, I'm also a warlock. And we're level 4 now.
Yeah, everybody leveled up last at the end of last session. We do that off screen, but I really need to make it a habit of doing it on screen.
It's fine. It adds like an extra hour to the stream.
That's true, it does.
Leveling up.
Exactly. But going forward, next of course is our lovely friend Wailing Frog.
Hello, I am a frog that is wailing. I play Serena Silt, the very large woman who's very dear to my heart. She is a grave cleric who works with necromancers.
It is an interesting situation to be in.
It's great.
I love this dynamic. It's great. And then of course is our lovely newbie Lumi.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lumi, and I'm a water dragon, and I play Whisper. And I am a female Eldritch sorcerer who has chaotic magic. That's about it.
That's about it. You're getting better at it. You're getting better at this.
Yeah,
Every
I suck
day.
at intros.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're getting better at it every time. Every time we do it, we get better at it. So where we last left off, you guys had successfully delivered the cargo to the city of Killerin and made your way back safely to the city of Blasphatan just in time for the Great Scarab City migration. Where you guys were able to get a long rest and just kind of recuperate from the long journey ahead. A lot of you guys had some things you had to take care of. For example, the exchange of business, I guess is the best way to put it, between Serena and Violet with the bodies that you guys had recovered from
We do
the
need to
cave.
go back to dead end labor at some point.
You do. You really do. You kind of just left bodies on the floor, and then you're like, bye, and I'm like, okay. You guys did discover that you had some trouble, but you understand that the magic that was used to summon these tattooed centipedes that were on these cultists is just a little bit beyond your the scope of what you're normally dealt with. But you were able to set aside a body for necromancy. We had some information about the Skada Audine being able to, during that whole week that you guys were gone, they had rebuilt their the sixth company had rebuilt their base and made it bigger, so it's a little bit more defended, and it's been reinforced with steel to make it tougher. But in the interim, in interrogation officer Lee, the Leonin, he is now he's now the substitute commander, while the actual commander is off on a meeting with all the Skada Aldine leaders of the city of Blasphatan, leaving most of the investigative work and just trying to take care of paperwork for Scorp to handle while the rest of his team is out on patrol. Ember was able to, after kind of coming off of her high, uh, she met up with Kassar and was able to gather information of her own volition, discovering that there has been some weird activity going on in the city of Blasphatan. Some people have been looking for a missing girl who sounds eerily like who seems to be who seem to have left the Feywild, and they are currently looking for her. They seem to have brought a whole entourage, and then that's where we left off with the discovery of Visper, who is being summoned, is the best way to put it, by a entourage of Fey warriors and a goblin herald calling out for a Princess Visper of the Summer Court, and that is where we last left off. So, continuing from there, Visper, we're going to start with you. You would know that this little group is one of many detachments from the Fey courts to basically bring you back. But you don't recognize a lot of these faces, save for maybe the Satyr soldiers and Grimtooth, the herald, the goblin herald. The one person that stands out the most, however, is this elvish, knight-looking gentleman who seems to stand all the way in the back behind the soldiers. How do you feel in this moment?
Oh gosh, how do they find me, first of all? I thought I left no tracks, no traces, but apparently they can find me, which is weird.
There's a small little black spot. There it is. Okay. So what would you like to do, Visper? Mind you, Grimtooth is still in the midst of like doing his heraldic duty and just kind of going off on his his spiel of just reading off this entire scroll that they apparently prepared for just such an occasion.
Oh gosh. I don't know what I do in this situation. I mean, I can book it.
I,
Find me and I just book it.
that is an option to you if you would like to do so.
Yeah, I'll book it.
You're just gonna bout face and run, huh?
How'd you find me? And I just see ya. Don't wanna
Just-
be ya.
just-
And I book
You just run.
yeah, mad dash out of there.
Grimtooth sits there and he goes, "It has come to." Oh, she's ran away again, didn't she? And then just a puff of pixie dust disappears to scroll. After her, I suppose, again. And all 5 of these satyrs then break off into a sprint to chase after you down the city streets. Visper, what would you like to do to try to shake off these pursuers?
Well, it's never too old. It's never too early to use a chaos bolt.
Jesus! Right out the gate, just throws a chaos bolt behind her.
Never too early.
All
Wild
right.
magic, wild magic, wild,
Wild
magic.
magic. Oh, right. I forgot to mention this. So, we never actually talked about it like in depth because we were so busy going from one session to another. So, Visper, I'm going to take a page out of Brendan Lee Mulligan's Wild Magic search. What we're doing. So, every time you cast a leveled spell, so a spell of first level or higher, right? You roll on the Wild Magic Surge table, right?
Every time?
Well, not every time. She has to roll a d20 to see if it happens.
Okay.
But if you roll a natural 1, a Wild Magic Surge happens. However, I like this idea of what Brendan Lee Mulligan did, where he builds up the surge every time you do it. So every time you cast a leveled spell, we will add 1 to the potential of rolling on the Wild Magic Surge. So after you cast a spell, instead of rolling just a 1, you would have to roll a 1 or a 2. And then if you cast another leveled spell, it'd become a 1, 2, or 3, etc., etc., etc. You will eventually have to roll on the Wild Magic Surge because it's just constantly building up chaotic magic in you. Something has to give.
Alright.
So in this instance, so you only have to cast Chaos Bolt and then roll a d20, and then if you roll a 1, that means we go into a Wild Magic Surge.
So I'll do spell slot first.
Yeah, so cast the spell like normal, right? So burn the spell slot. And actually, I now have to bring up the Wild Magic Surge. It's been a while since I've had to use this, so it's actually kind of entertaining.
It's been a while since I did what is it, a spell or whatnot. Would I do the 2d8 first or the plus?
No. So roll. So you have your spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then what you're going to do is that you're going to roll a d20.
Alright.
And she immediately gets a Wild Magic Surge. Awesome. I love it. All right, so next what you're going to do, Visper, is that you're going to roll a D100. So it's the one with the 2 little dice on it.
Alright. Oh, wow. 49.
49.
Oh, it's a D100.
Yeah, it's a D100. So
I'm
49.
paying attention.
Oh, wow. Okay, so your spell goes off as normal, but Visper, you can't speak for the next minute, and whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth.
Oh, wow.
So your spell still goes off. So go ahead and roll your damage, or go ahead and can you read Chaos Spell to me? Is that a ranged spell attack?
Chaos Ball. Okay, let me read it. What news? You hurl a
Undulating.
Yeah, undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Okay.
Won't hit. All right.
So yeah, so you will have to roll to see if you even hit the satyr guards first. So go ahead and roll the attack roll. So it should be that large number next to the spell.
All right. Nine.
Oh no, that's the damage roll. I will keep that though. But I meant the so on your spell there should be
The first one.
yeah, the first one where it says +5, the hit DC. That's the one you want to hit.
Whoops.
You're good.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, no, that's definitely gonna hit with a 21.
Nice.
Now here's the thing. I'll ask because Chaos Bolt is very specific. If you roll the doubles, you get to the bolt bounces off, and you also, I believe Chaos Bolt is you also have to roll to see if it, depending on what the D8 is, you decide which of the D8s is the actual damage type.
You take that from the D8s that you rolled for damage.
Correct. All right.
So
So which one of
7
those?
or 2.
Yeah. So which one of those 2 would you like to use?
Can you repeat that again?
So the 2 D8s that you rolled previously, which
Yeah,
one of those
Chaos
2 would you like as your damage type die? Because with Chaos Bolt, you pick one of those and they become and the bolt becomes a damage type of whatever that number is.
All right.
You can find that information in the Chaos Bolt.
Yeah.
information if you click on the words chaos.
Yeah,
Bolt in the
yeah. If you
spell
just click
list.
on the spell itself, not cast or any of the other numbers, you just click on the word. It will tell you. It will show you the whole chart.
Okay, I'm seeing the whole chart and whatnot.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
choose either 2 or 7.
yeah, because you
That's
rolled.
what you rolled on your damage.
Yeah, you
Okay,
rolled a
2 or
2 or a
7?
7. Yeah,
I'm choosing 2.
2. So it's going to be a what for the damage type?
Which for 2 is for damage type. It's cold.
Okay, cold. So you run away, and because of your panic, you aren't able to really gain control of the chaotic forces that you wield for your magic, and you hurl it right behind you. And then as you do so, you sort of wail, but instead of an audible wail, you let out a stream of pink bubbles out of your mouth as this cold infused bolt of energy lobs over your shoulder and hits one of the satyrs in the shoulder, and he just stumbles because he's just caught unawares. Let me see. So now another thing that every time you I should say successfully, yeah, every time you successfully roll on the magical surge, on the surge, it resets. So the next time you cast a spell, you have to roll a natural 1 again, instead of if it had been you had passed and it would have been a 1 or a 2. Does that make sense?
All right.
Yeah. So for now you're reset, but you just can't speak for a whole minute. So the satyrs continue to charge after you. Now, during this time, it's about midday now.
Yeah, this is really obvious.
This
right?
is
really
it's
out in the open.
quite obvious that this woman is being chased by a group of satyrs who are clad in armor, carrying spears through the city of Blasvitan. News travels very quickly, I will say. As you two finish your work on the corpse at Stiffs and Boards, you get a knocking on your front door, Serena.
Yep.
And
I
it,
will go
it
answer.
yeah, so it is just this panicked knocking, and as soon as you open the door, you see Jeremy, this half elven boy, and this this rather she looks raggedy, but it's mostly because she was just pulled out of bed. This other half elven girl, and he's just like, Miss Serena, I think one of your friends is in trouble.
What?
Oh boy. Okay, what's going on? Tell us as we go, and I'll start walking for Violet.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, so he's sort of rambling. He's like, okay, so there was this goblin, and then there was these satyrs, you know, like the ones at the stable. I'm pretty sure there's a knight. I've never seen one before, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I read it in book once, and there's this they were talking, and then suddenly they were running, and then there's pink bubbles. It is chaos right now.
Okay,
Where are they?
there.
We will find out here in a second. Visper, what are you doing?
I'm still dashing.
You're still running.
I'm still running.
Alrighty.
Don't forget about your racial ability to teleport.
You also have a face step.
Yeah, I was thinking about using that at first. Like, nah, I want to start it off strong.
Just start off strong. Chaos Bolt and dash.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So you are running. So you have a lot of options to you. You are in a city, so there's back alleys. You are in a main artery street. However, so you got back alleys. You got shops you can rush to. You have all these options to you. Anything that you want to do to try to shake them off besides throw another chaos bolt. Or throw another chaos bolt. More power to you. But you can't speak for the time being, so any spell that requires a verbal component you can't cast.
Alright. Can I use my face step?
Yes, your face step does not require a verbal component.
Alright, and also, how far is the alley from me?
I would say, given the speed at which you're running, you could easily face step into an alley.
Alright, so that's what I'll do. Face
Okay, so you have an alley to your left and an alley to your right. Which way are you face stepping?
I am face stepping into the alley on my right.
You're right. All right, cool. So, so you as you're running away, you realize that you can't speak, so you can't cast a whole lot of your spells. You rip open a hole in into the dimensions for just a quick second, and you leap through. And as the hole shuts, the satyrs have to stop as they're looking around for you. And then all you hear one of them just gruffly say, "Spread out!" And so they all sort of scatter to the nine winds trying to find you. As you teleport 30 feet into the alleyway and to your right, you stumble into some boxes and land on top of a barrel. But uh, the noise that you emit is just... Let's see if it's enough for the satyr to find you. Let's see. What did I set the satyr's passive perception to? Yeah. Okay. So, one of the satyrs does see you, and he's going to pursue you alone. But he is a good now he is a good 60 feet away from you.
Alright.
As you guys are continuing down and you're running to try to figure out where Visper is, you do hear some yelling, like panic, coming out in the distance.
That sounds like the way to go.
Yep.
All right, so you guys race through the city to try to figure out where she is. I'm going to say... I'm going to roll for this, actually. Hold on. Okay. That was actually... Okay, so clearly my rolls are against me this session. So you guys are racing through the city, trying to rendezvous with each other, not knowing which way to go. Visper, you are racing through an alleyway, and then as you do so, without looking, you run headfirst into Serena.
Alright.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah, I rolled another nat 20 to see what the to see what would happen, and it just happened to be that good. Apparently, she didn't walk very far, so.
All right, Visper, take this. I'm gonna put the hat on Visper.
Oh, fucking good idea.
No, shit! I forgot I gave you that. It's a good point.
Wait, do I still talk in bubbles?
You're still talking in bubbles, yes.
Go to what's the place? Either Stiffs and Boards or Dead End Labor. Really, Dead End Labor has people who will trust, who you can trust. Stiffs and Boards is empty, so make your decision. And we'll deal with this for now.
Alright. I pull out my pouch, right? Okay, I'm heading to Stiffs and Boards and show it. And show it to Island.
Great. Yeah, the hat, just like picture a person and you'll become them. Great.
Visper, what do you transform into?
The first thing that came to my mind was a gecko.
So immediately Visper transforms, and because there aren't any cat girls in this setting, the closest you get is you transform into this calico furred tabaxi girl.
That works. Great.
And you just start sprinting your way to Stiffs and Boards. As she leaves, you guys see this satyr soldier, like, leaping from wall to wall on his cloven hooves with his spear raised, and he goes, "Excuse me, ladies, sir, did you happen to see an elvish woman run by here by chance?"
No,
Not at all.
I don't talk to cops. Sorry.
I see.
Except score, I guess.
Too much information.
It's like, Tip,
Sorry.
it's like, I don't know who this squab fellow is, but he sounds like a stand-up chap.
Can I ask why you're looking?
Yes, she has to return home.
Mm.
And home is where?
Am I allowed to say that?
It's just us here.
Oh, we can get rid of the little kid. Or how old is Lucas? Is his name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Jeremy's about 7. That's
I think
amazing.
Violet canonically does not know his name and just came up with a name.
That's true. Violet canonically actually doesn't know that you hired a
Yeah.
kid named Jeremy.
Yeah.
I just came up with a name on the spot.
Totally fair, actually.
So Jeremy Lucas now looks befuddled because he now doesn't realize what his actual name is. No. Yeah, no, Lucas is about 17.
Yeah. We can get rid of him if you want. He's a kid.
Yeah, you guys can head back to Stiffs and Boards. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Sure. Come on, let's go. And then they just sort of like scurry back to Stiffs and Boards. Well then, if you happen to see her, and then like he like pulls out like a slip of paper, and he hands it to you. If you happen to see somebody matching this description, please, if you can find us, we would love to have her return home. Her
Yeah,
parents are
yeah.
quite worried.
Hmm. Can I do an insight check on that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 6. I believe him totally.
Yeah,
Parents are worried.
yeah. As far as you can tell, her parents are legitimately worried.
Do each of you guys have these like photos of the person you're looking for here? Like the drawing that you've just showed us? I'm
It's
just
just a
wondering,
written
curious.
description, but
Oh,
yeah,
written description? Yeah.
yeah. Yes, we all do.
Yeah, and how many do you have?
How many? What do you mean?
Like of this, like is this just like your only one, or do you have like a?
Oh no, no, no.
that
They're
you
like.
hand out?
Oh no, no. These are like business cards for us right now.
Oh yeah, okay, great.
Well, I guess
The
I've
instant he turns around, I prestidigitate it on fire, burning it.
wonderful. It's like, well, I better get going. We were scattered, so now I have to return to figure out what I'm going to do. You wouldn't happen to know a good place for food, would you?
What's
I
the
don't
worst
eat,
place that I
sorry.
know of? What's the worst place that I know of?
The worst place you would know of. It would probably be. It would probably be in the bazaar. There's this back alley restaurant that you've only been to once, and it was because you were on a budget.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
and you know it as you know it as the Onyx Kettle.
Okay, I will give him directions to the Onyx Kettle.
Real like underground, underrated place.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
Yeah,
locally owned. That's real good.
yeah, yeah. You know for a fact if if food rating like if the Federal Bureau of Food or whatever that we have here was real, that place would have failed long ago. Like
They-
that is a
crawling
health
with
hazard.
rats.
That is a health hazard of a restaurant.
It's 100% a front to bad things. We
Yeah,
just-
it is one of those. It is one of those known evils of Blasvatan that everybody leaves alone. So he goes, "Oh well, thank you." And he tips his little hat and he goes, "Good day," and then he just kind of like bleats and then walks away.
I didn't have to ram him, which is good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you got that.
Yeah, I forgot I gave you the ring of the
I
ram.
do need to go and get my payment. I'm a little bit poor right now.
Yeah. We need to talk to Kasar anyway, because He needs to be filled in on a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
sounds
that
like it.
payment, but also like just my normal payment from Dead and Labor.
Oh right, yeah.
I didn't pick it up.
You have to, yeah.
That would be important too.
It would be real nice to have that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go check back in on Visper.
All right, good idea.
Sure. So you all return to Stiffs and Boards, and you see hey fellow IVT, thank you so much for the lurk, appreciate it. You see um Visper, quote unquote, who is still dressed up as a calico tabaxi woman with this large sun hat on her head. And you see Jeremy and his yet to be named companion just trying to calm her down, and like they have glasses of water set aside as you two enter.
All right, I'll take the hat back.
Immediately as you do, you just see the magic just slowly from head to toe just disappear.
So how long do you think you've got to lay low here, Visper? Do you have any idea?
Oh, knowing them, they'll probably search for me for quite some time. My parents are people who really are very strict and they're serious. Every single time, like, I couldn't even leave my home because they will immediately call the guards to come get me, so yeah.
Okay, so you're staying here.
I mean, technically, we could just give her the hat for the time being.
That's also true. You have prestidigitation. You can just kind of at least partially cover yourself.
I have minor illusion.
That too.
So I'm not like it's more for social reasons rather than like embarrassment or anything that I
That's-
do the hat.
Okay, that's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe it's best if you keep the hat on and just keep a disguise going.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the hat to Visper for the time being. I think.
Okay.
Because we don't really have time to deal with this whole thing
At
the moment.
Yeah, there's an apocalypse cult going on and a bunch of other shit.
We got an apocalypse cold. We got some shady shit going on here.
I
I'm
do need to
pretty
be
sure I don't need your
paid.
family trauma to deal with right now. All right, so Visper, go ahead into your inventory real quick, and then add the hat of disguise to your inventory for the time being.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna unattune from it.
Yeah.
Here. And I don't want to fully take
Wait,
it out of my
where will I
inventory.
No,
'cause
I would
it's,
just
like,
say,
mine,
yeah,
so
I
I'll
would just say, like,
I'll
write in your
deactivate
note.
it.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll write it in my notes.
yeah, just write into your note. It's just a loner. That's so fucking funny. Like, man, there's an apocalypse cult going on. I've got to get paid. I don't have time for your family trauma.
Alright.
What a
Like-
what an American Pie answer to the situation.
Like, I mean, no disrespect, Visper. We will deal with that problem, but we have other problems. As well.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I understand.
this is something that can like
They're a
be
bit
on the
much.
back burner. Like
that
Yeah, I
that's
understand. You're a bit
that is
much.
so good. I love everything about that. Uh,
I look at the girl, by the way, the
Mhm.
half-elf girl, and like, I don't believe we've been introduced. Jeremy said you were being hired as well.
oh, is this Lucas?
my name's not Lucas.
Shit.
I have a little brother named Lucas, though.
Let's go.
Guess I'm making a little brother named Lucas now.
Are you guys brother and sister as well?
No, no, we're just
Okay.
we're friends. We hang out a lot, you know.
Gotcha.
But she's you can say weird. It's totally fine. I was gonna say different. Um, she really is into the whole ritual blood. I think dead bodies are cool.
Ooh, you'd have some fun over at
Hey, no, this one's
Dead
mine.
End Labor.
This one is my hire.
I mean,
I guess it's fair. We do have all the labor.
I mean, I
It's not
can.
like we need.
And she rubs her arm like very meekly, and she goes, "I could do both if you've got the time."
I don't know. I'll talk to Facade maybe, or well, you should talk to Facade. I don't really need to be any more involved than getting you in contact.
Okay.
Okay, what's your name though?
Uh, my name is Lily.
Lily. Okay. Nice to meet you, Lily.
Yeah.
I'm Serena.
Yep. I figured that out. Mm-hmm.
Um,
So
we'll figure out payment and everything after we get you all trained up.
okay.
This feels like an inappropriate time to be having this conversation.
It is. You're right. Sorry.
I mean, it could be better.
We will figure this out later.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Another back burner issue. Like
Yeah,
hiring
like
someone,
her
trauma.
her like brunette locks like fall like you know that you know that look that Violet from The Incredibles used to have before she got her hairband.
Yes.
Very much that she has that look
Oh.
about her with the hair parted over her eye, and then she has to like slowly move it out of the way so that way she can give you
Hello,
her full
Wednesday
attention.
Addams.
May or may not have been inspired by Wednesday Adams. I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything. Listen, when I think macabre, the Addams Family is the go-to and correct choice.
I only just watched Adam's Family the first time like this last week.
Oh, such
wow.
a good series. I want to go back and watch that later. One day. I'll do a watch party for that one day. Anyways, back to it. And so she goes, okay, so can I like explore then, or like,
Oh yeah, totally. There's currently a body back there. Don't touch it because we don't know what activates the tattoos on it.
and when you see there's a body back there, her eyes widen.
Don't touch it, but you can look at it.
Fine. And then Jeremy's like, all right, cool. So I get to show you all the cool spots.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head back to Dead End Labor real
Yeah.
quick.
Uh,
about?
Visper, if you want to come with me, we need to go talk to Kassar.
Oh, wait for me real quick. I'll be
Oh,
real
okay.
fast.
All right. All right.
Literally just down the road.
Yeah.
All right, so Violet, you nonchalantly walk back to your house, and you go in there. The bodies are still on the floor. The skeleton who was sweeping the front of the store, he somehow managed to flip the broom over again, and now is sweeping with the top end of the broom, not the brush. And Hansy is once again at the front table or at the front counter and just waves to you.
Yeah, hi. We do need to deal with these. And I'm just gonna walk over to the skeleton holding the brush and be like, hey, bud, hey, I need your help here. Can you take these two to the back?
After it stops with the scratching noise of wood meeting wood, it looks up at you, and like you can tell it acknowledges you with a nod, and then it just drops the broom, and then
Okay.
reaches over and like starts to try to drag one of the bodies by the shoulders.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll probably just make them into skeletons. We don't really need the flesh there. Fine. I'll clean up the broom for a second there. And I guess I do need to talk to Facade
Yeah.
here.
Um,
Hey, bud.
like, yeah, I don't think outside of that one meeting, I don't think you actually met your boss at the job.
Have I? Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. So your homunculus friend starts floating around. Oh, Violet, you're back.
Yeah. We got some new bodies. Another one maybe on the way in like a couple weeks. Uh,
Oh,
just because Serena has, we're doing some investigation and we needed to
oh,
keep
okay.
one of them for.
So this isn't
Uh,
like some weird
looking
attempt at
into.
overtime, is it?
No, 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 no.
Okay, because
Uh,
like, all right. So I mean, you see the one skeleton is slowly dragging the body. They're not making a lot of progress, but they're at least making it. They at least made it to the counter from the front door.
Great.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna. Do I need to send some more guys for this?
yeah. At least one other skeleton.
Yeah.
Help.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. And he like closes his eyes, and then like, you hear a door in the back open, as two more skeletons walk out, and they seem to be much more automated. As they lift up the one body that the one skeleton was working on, and then the one skeleton then begins dragging the other corpse that you dropped at the front door.
Why do we have this guy up front in the store? This feels like bad for marketing when we have these guys.
Oh, it's because it's an adorable factor. He's so incompetent that people feel bad for him, so they end up buying more labor.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it's
I
a
feel like that
weird.
wouldn't work.
You would think, right? But see, the thing is, when
I would
you
think
have
wanting to
somebody
show that
like
they're proficient would be.
right, right, it's so crazy, right? It's this weird reverse psychology marketing scheme where if you show an incompetent skeleton, then when you actually show off the really good ones, it's this weird like mental shift
Yeah,
of
I
like,
guess that
oh
makes
man, I
sense.
can't believe how well trained these guys are compared to the front guy. And then you have
Yeah.
Hansy, and Hansy's very, very good at the upsell. You know this.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Also, do I have a payment? I kind of splurged, and I don't have a lot right now, and I'm kind of overdue on payment, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah. Give me 1 sec. Let me fly over and grab that for you. Oh, and he just kind of like flitters back up the stairs, and he comes back with a coin pouch, and you can hear just the clinking of coins as he's fluttering up and down. There you go, and then he just
Great,
drops
thanks.
it. So go ahead and add 120 gold to your inventory.
Cool. I'll see you later. I have a meeting with Kassar on the current mission to deal with.
Oh, you know
So-
Kassar? He's a good guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He gives off some interesting vibes.
That's what makes him a good guy. It's always
Yeah.
the eccentric ones that pay the most. Just let you know that right now. It's always the eccentric ones that pay the most.
All right, see you later.
Yep. All right, bye. Hey, guys, are you gonna like let this guy drag the body the whole way? As that goes on, the door closes behind you, and you make your way back.
All right, well, let's go. Kassar,
Yeah.
hopefully we get even more money.
Well, we did
I don't know.
this
He was not
as-
paying us in money, right? He was paying us
Yeah,
info.
and
Yeah.
info that we already got. So, but he needs to know the information that we dealt with the problem
Yeah,
and what the problem was.
we got the info.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for Azir still,
Well, yeah.
which we didn't get info on, if I remember. My
I don't
notes are
know.
pretty bad.
I'm
At
looking through
least
my
you're
notes and
at
they're
least
just
you're honest. I don't know.
Like
My notes are
Scorb,
pretty
Scorb
bad.
has a notebook that is filled like every
Squ-
day has a page that is very meticulous. The entire time, uh, so far, Violet had a notebook that has I've maybe filled like half a page.
Ah.
So I have Order of the Desert Wind, trained in arts and manipulating sands and winds. 6 individuals who show talent with further martial arts, responsible for the attack on Scorb's place.
Right.
Genasi tribes going to war with each other, and then Killerin, Dekama, and Thebzar. I think those names are right.
Yeah, Killerin,
Provided-
Dakamal, and Thebsar. Those are all
Okay,
correct.
Dakamal. Okay.
Right.
They're providing resources to the Desert Wind. That's the info we got.
That is correct, actually. Almost by the letter.
Nice.
Yeah. So just a few things here. So you know that the Genasi, the desert tribes that are predominantly of Genasi, are currently at war with one another. You also know that the order of the order of air and sand, or whatever the fuck I called them. They the monastic order that assaulted the police.
Desert Wind.
Yeah, the desert wind. Thank you. They used to have a really obnoxious name before I changed it. So, so the Order of the Desert Wind are the people that assaulted the 6 companies' headquarters, and are also they also really don't care about the machinations of the cities. They care solely about making sure that the people who they sense have have proficiency in manipulating their chi and arcane arts are basically assimilated into their order. You also know that the 3 cities in question, Killerin, Dakamal, and I just said it and I forgot it.
Thebzar.
And Thebsar have prominent thieves guild activities, or at least not thieves guild, but have also had similar situations with Blasphatan, where there's been a lot of theft going on and not a whole lot of answers being brought in.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're heading into Kassar's place.
Yep. Sound good to you, Visper?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Farther away from them I am, the better.
We'll keep you safe.
So, I assume that Visper just once again just straight up becomes a Calico Tabaxi.
Yep.
Awesome. So you 3 make your way to Niela's Nook. Like I said, it's about midday now, so the place is finally starting to ramp up in activity. You see the two bartenders, the elf bartender and the tiefling bartender, and they know, so they just give you a knowing nod as they're currently mixing drinks in the background. So you go over to Frank, who you don't know is named Frank, but the Coleoptrix bodyguard, and he just kind of looks over. He's now in like full business mode, and he just gives you a curt nod, and he steps out and he steps away. And then you go up the stairs. You meet Hank, the other Coleoptrix bodyguard, at the top of the stairs, who you don't know is named Hank, and he gives you a curt nod, and he just points to the door.
I'll knock politely before opening it.
As you do, you hear the unlocking, and then the door creaks open, and you see not Titan, but you see Etna, the gnome secretary, and she looks up at you. Oh, great! There's more of you.
More of us.
Well, come on in. And she just kind of steps out to the side to let you guys in.
Okay.
As you step inside, you see 3 people on the couch who are currently in the midst of talking with Kassar. 2 of them are dressed up like the best way to put it, they look like mercenaries. They have scimitars strapped to their hips on either side. They've got like leather armor with various items strapped onto it for quick and easy access. They've got a couple of scars that they hide underneath bits and pieces of their cloth, and they look like they've seen their fair share of battle. And then sitting between them is this rather noble-looking figure who seems to be wearing silks and has like a ring on every finger. He's a bit plump, and he definitely gives off the air of money is my weapon.
Marina just has this scowl on her face as soon as she sees him. She doesn't recognize him. She just hates that kind of person.
Ah, great, well-fed merchant people.
I'm gonna elbow Serena and like, hey, maybe we don't want to piss him off. The first thing we do.
So this plump gentleman is sitting there, and his hands are on his belly, and he just kind of lightly pats it down. So, tell me, Kassar, is there any other news that I need to be aware of? Regretfully, Kassar has no new information at this time. But be aware, good sir, that your patronage is much appreciated. Well, the migration is upon us, so there's not much more I can do at this point. And he looks over to you three. And it appears that you have other guests to attend to. I should take my leave. And he just kind of like struggles to get up. And, hey, we got raided by Snowy. I can stop role playing for a second. Also, my timer is done, so I can get rid of this. Hello, Raiders! Welcome to our D&D 5th edition campaign, Sand and Shadow. My name is Ikan. I'm a total VTuber. I mostly play RPGs and mostly chill games, but I also like to talk about Dungeons and Dragons a lot. So thank you. How are you guys doing? I just lost my D20. Never mind, I found it.
No.
No.
And it landed on a nat 20. What the hell?
The tragedy of me losing one of my 10 d20s.
I know. The 10 d20. Yeah, I need to reallocate my stock of dice because I only have 6. I used to have 20. And then I moved to a different state and lost about a good half of them. And then I gave some away, and now I'm down to 6. And now I miss my goblin's hoard of dice.
I am constantly collecting more.
Constantly collecting more dice. That's awesome. Well, hey guys, what were you up to, Snowy? What were you and the gang up to today? I should change this music. That's what we should do. Let's change the music.
Birthdays and Christmas are really easy for me because you can just get a set of dice.
You're the 3rd game of Monkey Island? Holy crap. I want to go back and play Monkey Island one of these days. Like, that was a fun game. I don't remember Jack from that game, but I know it's a classic, and I want to go back and play those.
I remember seeing the like trailers for the new one, and I kind of didn't like the art style.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I kind of was a little hesitant, but I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. So we'll see what happens. Because maybe they kept the same charm of Monkey Island. So, alrighty. So let us head back. It's always lovely to see you, Snowy. It's always lovely to get raids and stuff like that. It's awesome for you guys. But hey, we're gonna continue back in our campaign. So if you guys like what you're seeing, please don't be afraid to give us a follow, and then follow all of my friendly friends here as well. And then here you go. If you guys need to get their Twitches, they're right there for you. They are all accurate as far as I am aware. So yeah, definitely give them a follow, and then show them some love when you get a chance. Yeah. But we're gonna go right back into it. So, this rather rotund merchant gets up, and he stands taller than you expected. He's not as tall as Serena or Titan, mind you, but he's at least at shoulder height to Serena at bare minimum as he stands up. He's a rather large gentleman, and then his two guards stand up as well, and they begin to make their way out. The merchant looks you guys down. Looks you up and down real quickly, and he just gives you a curt nod of acknowledgement before he steps out. And then the door closes, and then Etna just slams the door behind them. Finally, they're gone.
Yeah.
Didn't like them either, huh?
Listen, and she pulls out her smoking pipe. And then just lights up, and she's just... Merchants are the worst. And then just, like, makes her way over to her little chair and just sits there. Friends, please, sit down. Kassar apologizes for previous business.
Oh no, it's totally fine.
It's fine. We're good. We're back. Mostly here as like an acknowledgement of we did the thing.
Yes, Kassar is very aware of this.
So there's a few things that we discovered when we took down what was happening. Do you know about Golian?
The Destroyer God, yes?
Desolation.
Yes.
Desolation Blight. There was a cult to him, and we took it down. That's where your shipment was. I have one body prep for necromancy if you want to get answers out of him.
Ah, I see.
Also, there were tattoos that turned into centipedes. Didn't know if you knew anything about that.
Kassar leans forward, his hands, or his talons now steepled. This is quite concerning, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing like a weird thing where like
They put their
they
life
would like
force.
sacrifice their life force into a statue, which was slowly poisoning everyone in the room.
Oh,
They also
dear.
seem to have some sort of like magical way of hiding their stuff in the cave. Like it would like loop forever and make us more tired until we got through.
Oh,
Uh,
we see. Kassar shall look into this, and he looks over to Etna, and then Etna just gives one big puff, and the smoke turns into what looks like a dragon, if a dragon can flip somebody off. And then she goes, fine, and then she has a small little ashtray next to her chair that she just taps the remains out of the pipe, and then she tucks it away before she creates a portal and then goes to work. Is there anything else that Kassar should know about?
As far as that goes,
in relation
no.
to this, no. I do have something I would like to ask you about, though. I'm looking to find an item. Looking to buy an item. That is a little. It's not really something that I would assume you can just find out on the market.
Kassar will see what we can do.
Yeah. Anyway.
But first, Kassar has a question for you. Who is your new Tabaxi friend?
Right. This is a sort of a safety thing.
Out of character. I hate that we don't know what Ember talked about.
Yeah, this is
But yeah.
just sort of a thing for safety.
Wow.
Kassar's shadowy eyebrow just lifts in inquisitive confusion. Like he is now keen on trying to figure out what this is about.
I mean, I look at Vesper. It's up to you.
I mean, you can tell him.
Okay. Remember our elf friend?
Yes, the young one, correct?
Yep.
This seems to be being hunted or like something along those lines, like trying to be captured. I don't know. But can't really be making public appearances right now. So it's just sort of making sure that nothing happens to them.
Kassar leans back in his chair and he begins to stroke his reptilian chin. We see. Well, Kassar shall keep this under discretion.
We'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So then, Kassar will say because you did such a phenomenal job at retrieving and delivering his goods, he will provide you with an answer to your query as best he can, free of charge. So tell us, what item do you require?
Oh, I'm looking for a poisoner's kit. I doubt it's that rare, but it's also like not something that I would assume just like you can just go and buy in a store.
You would be correct in assuming this. Not many people go searching for kits to create poisons. But Kassar knows of someone. And he pulls out a quill and begins to write on a piece of vellum. And then he just rolls it up and then hands it to you. Go to this address. They have what you look for.
Great. And I'll give him like a 10 gold tip here.
Kassar appreciates your patronage. And he slides the 10 gold aside. And then in exchange, he opens a drawer and he hands you a small little pendant.
Great. I assume this will help.
Have it on you at all times before you enter the address.
That makes sense. All right.
Uh,
I guess I'll slip it into my bag.
mm-hmm. Go ahead and add the, I believe it's called the amulet of, the amulet of protection from, like, it's like the amulet of non-detection, I think is what it's called, or something like that. It's
Against detection and location.
That's the one.
Should I return this to you when I'm done?
Preferably, yes.
All right.
But if you need it for further purposes, I could see about procuring one for yourself.
We'll just keep it on rent for now before deciding to buy.
He just simply gives you a quarter-inch nod and allows and just kind of lets that pass. Is there anything else that Kassar can do for you?
Why? And I know this probably won't be free, and that's fine. Why now of all times is, with the migration and everything, is our elven friend being hunted is the best word I can come up with.
Hmm. Kassar would have to assume because she would have nowhere to run.
Mm,
While the scarabs are in migration, it will take at least 2 months before the migration ends. During this time, no one should be able to leave lest they wish to fall to their death. Or can fly.
Oh,
very good
dang.
point.
And centaurs can't fly. They would have no way of flying.
Unless the centaur is perhaps part of Pegasus?
Yeah, or like magical items and such. But a normal centaur that's like a guard knight probably wouldn't
I should
push them off.
just out of character. I should say if I said centaur, I meant satyr.
Oh, satyr.
So,
Yeah,
I
a
apologize.
centaur was like jumping on the wall.
Yeah, I apologize if I said centaur in the past. I did mean satyr.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, we could definitely retcon saying that you meant satyr and not centaur.
Yes.
Because even I'm sitting there going, that would be really fun to see.
a Pegasus centaur.
A Pegasus centaur would be pretty tight, or like a centaur with a set of winged boots of flying.
Hmm.
Just kind of galloping through the skies. That'd be terrifying. He'd need 2 pairs of boots to do it, but I mean, just you can't stop me. I'll get you.
Okay, I'll pay him 2 gold for that.
Kassar graciously accepts.
Looks like we have to deal with this for about 2 months. We could kill them all. That's an option.
How
but-
many are there?
Oh yeah,
we-
do you know?
Visper, did you have an idea of how many you saw?
Question: how many were?
So you had one person who was who was elvish, and he appeared to be a knight, and you had you you had Grimtooth the Herald, who's the goblin who's reading the scroll, and then you had 5 of the satyrs who were the guardsmen. That's what you saw when they met you.
So,
So
Kassar, do you know?
five guards plus 2 special people.
Mhm.
And do you know if they'd be the type to like have more just like patrolling the city, or is that like the whole patrol?
Well, knowing my parents, there's a lot more coming.
Mm,
So
But they can't for 2 months.
yeah. So that could.
I feel
be
like killing them
effective.
all is a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's a temporary solution.
Yeah, but it's very risky though.
Yeah, but it'd be pretty bad in the future.
Yeah.
Just realized I moved these too far, so I'm gonna. This is bugging me personally. It's an OCD thing. Don't worry about it. This is a me thing, not a you thing. You guys are good.
Anyway, I have some poison to buy, so I'm gonna.
yeah, let's head out. Thank you, Kassar. Always a pleasure.
Of course. Should you require Kassar's services, he shall be here.
All right.
Then
Bye, Lumen.
Titan opens the door for you, and he just gives you like a curt bow.
Wait, when did Titan get here? He was
Titan's always been here. He just wasn't the one
Oh.
opening the door.
okay. I was really confused.
Remember, Etna opened the door. Titan
Yeah.
just stands there.
Okay, nice to see you again, Titan.
Good to see you again, too, sister.
Oh, Kassar. Sorry, one more thing. When I get better at cleric stuff, can I remove that scar on the back of Titan's neck?
They both look at each other confused.
The marking of the desert hornets.
Ah, that one, yes. I would see no reason not to.
Okay. Titan, I will let you know when I'm able to do that.
I shall wait. And then, as you three head out, what is next on your itinerary?
Well, I've got to make my way down to this shop.
Okay.
Yep.
So, as you snake your way through the city of Blasvatan, you cut into the bazaar, and this is the North Bazaar. You guys normally hang out in the South Bazaar. So this is the North Bazaar, and as you are kind of reading this note, you start to see, one or two satyrs just sort of talking to people, asking to figure out if anybody has seen Visper before. Most of them say no. But as you continue through, you go into this back alley, and you see you see this orc standing there at the end of the alleyway in front of a door, and there's just this sign that's broken down. Some of the letters are missing, but it just says it's supposed to say cave, but the C is missing and the E is missing, so all it says is Av.
Nice.
Great.
We'll wait out here, I suppose.
Oh
Since
yeah, you
have
don't
the
need to come
necklace.
in.
Yeah, yeah. The
I'll be
necklace,
fine.
So. Okay.
So you approach the orc, and he looks you up and down.
I'm looking to buy.
And you just see him raise his right hand, and he just knocks on the door 3 times. And then the slide opens, and you just see a pair of beady red eyes look at you. And then they look you up and down. What do you wish to purchase?
A poisoner's kit is the main one here.
Anything else?
I'm not immediately, but I am wondering if you do have sort of what would it be called? Ingredients for poison creation, just sort of to purchase as well.
We do sell a few specialty ingredients.
All right. But yeah, immediately poisoner's kit is what I'm looking for.
Fair enough. One moment. And then slides it shut. And then you hear the sound of, like, boxes being opened, some shuffling behind the door, and then after about 2 minutes, the slide opens up, and then the drop door that's in front, like right in the center of the door, props open. You can't see inside of it because it's completely dark inside, but he then slides over a box onto the little plate.
Great. And how much are you looking for this?
What is the average going price for this item again? I can't remember.
50 gold.
Is it
50 gold.
really?
Yeah.
Jesus, for a poisoner's kit?
Looks like it.
Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. I mean, I guess when you consider all the vials and the necessary equipment, yeah, 50 gold sounds about right, reasonable. Wow, that's nuts. I thought it was less. I also have to remember that gold is just expensive. You know what? Yeah, he'll give it to you for 35.
35? I can do 35. Uh, and actually, I changed my mind. I am looking for some ingredients. However, whatever, I don't actually know what the lore ingredients are for the poisons.
What's the poison you're trying to craft? Or are you trying to craft a specific kind of poison?
I'm trying to craft my poisoner feet poison, which I don't think has a name.
No, it doesn't. But
It's just 50 gold's worth of materials.
it's 50 gold's worth of materials.
Yeah.
Let me look over your feet real fast. And then we will come to a decision. Let's see here.
Okay, I'm weird request.
With 1 hour of work using a poisoner's kit and spending 50 gold worth of materials, you can create a number of doses of potent poison equal to your proficiency bonus. Once applied to a weapon, takes damage from the coated weaponry. Wow, okay. Oh, okay. That's actually a lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's actually a pretty decent poison, all things considered. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stick to the feet on this one though, and I'm gonna say you will have to spend 50 gold worth of materials, but he definitely has the materials you're looking for.
Yeah, alright. Great, thank you. I will maybe return. Depending on what's going on.
Pleasure doing business with you. And then the trap door closes, and then the thing slides shut once more. And then the orc just sort of steps in front of the door.
Great. Well,
That's all
that
you needed
ups
to do.
my damage by a lot.
Nice.
Neat. So what is next on the three ladies' itinerary?
I don't know.
You guys have.
Think this far ahead.
You didn't think you'd get this far, did you?
I mean, can we do much without Scorb? Here?
I mean, I will say, not even as a DM, just like in general, you guys have a lot of options too. You guys are in the city that is prevalent for information being its main import and export. Like you guys, when
we've
you
gotta find another supplier than Kassar.
yeah, like you guys have, like you guys are literally in the city where information is the biggest, is the biggest commodity.
Let's try to find another information broker.
Certainly.
Yeah, we are still looking for this Azir fellow.
Yeah, and more.
He's probably not in the
information.
city though. which
No, and
means-
more information about the Order of the Desert Wind would be good.
Oh, if
too.
he's not in the city, that's gonna mean another like 2 months.
Yep. It's not great.
Ugh. Maybe we can make progress on this, on the organization, though.
Mhm. We have a
Does it
few.
really have to be Azir.
You guys have a
Any other
couple of hours before nightfall, so you guys. I would say. I would say you guys have one more thing you can do for the day before nightfall happens. I just realized that thing is off kilter and it's gonna bug me.
I mean, we could start getting a head start on dealing with this whole family issue stuff.
Yeah.
If we don't want to, if we're not too sure on what to do, I feel like Scorb is sort of leading up the investigation here,
That's fair.
and he's not available right now.
He's under a lot of
Bureaucracy,
paperwork
you
right
know.
now. Yeah, he left for a whole week. There's a lot of paperwork he's got to take care of. I told him that. So, and then he said he was tackling that before we ended the campaign session last week. So,
Yeah. So yeah, let's start looking trying to figure out information on Visper's family more than what she can tell us, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to Visper. If you want to
Yeah.
reveal any more information about your family, Visper, or
Okay.
you have any questions about like certain aspects of your backstory, feel free to ask me, and I'll fill in the gaps for you.
Alright. Okay, at first I have a question.
Sure.
So, my first question is, how in the world did they find me?
That I can't tell you.
Dang it!
That is a
Alright.
question. That is a question that I cannot answer. Sadly, that is a story relevant question.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna explain to them, like, my family and whatnot.
Okay, that's a roleplay thing. So if you guys want to like walk around and talk about it, or go to an inn or a tavern and talk about it, you're more than welcome to do so.
Yeah, let's get some food while we're chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, Violet.
It's fine. I can eat. I just don't.
Can you
Me
taste
too.
things?
Yeah, have you ever tried food before?
I've tried before.
Man, have you tried food? Food is
Can
amazing.
the thing
Yeah,
is,
absolutely.
can I taste things? No, it's mostly texture.
Ah,
That's such an amazing quote. Have you tried food? I want that as a shirt. Definitely want that as a shirt. Have you
So
tried
yeah,
food?
like most fruits are the same thing to me because I don't actually taste them. It's just the texture. Like all berries are the same.
that's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling.
Have you tasted sandpaper before?
What?
Why?
No, I haven't. I don't have a sense of taste, so I have not
For the
tasted sandpaper.
texture. For the texture.
The texture of sandpaper. Sandpaper. Ah, yes. Sunpunk's got it. Ah, yes. Scrumptious texture. Moist. Mush.
Brunch.
Crunch. Crunch. Ah, yes. The taste of gravel.
I mean, like eating sand wouldn't like harm me. I don't think.
Not particularly, nah.
I have advantage on saving throws against disease and being poisoned.
We're just.
I think sand would do that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm crying.
So you guys find a nice little tavern to eat at. It's small, but it's enough. For the meals for the lot of you would be about 6 silver pieces. So
I have 130 silver pieces I need to get rid of eventually.
Oh, yeah. If you have the silver pieces, go ahead. I don't want to break a gold.
I don't have silver either. I just have gold.
yeah, I'm
That
a
would
very
really like. Come on, dude! Like 2,000 silver pieces. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
At least it's not Electrum.
Yeah,
I don't
it
believe in
takes
I don't believe
up
in
s-
Electrum.
So much space just in my bag. Like 130 silver pieces. I need to get rid of them. Like,
I don't
you
believe in
can't
all.
just like tip 120 silver pieces. That is rude. That's like paying in pennies.
I mean, you could. Nobody's gonna say no to 120 silver pieces.
I could, but like, it'd be so rude. Like, when I have the gold piece, like they see that I have the gold piece in here.
Yeah, for sure, for
It's
sure.
like, I'm giving them like $21
It-
bills.
it's
instead of
like
the
leaving
$20
it's
bill.
like it's like leaving a $5 tip knowing you could easily do 15. Like it's really mean.
Yeah.
It's
So what am I just need to chip away at these. Like,
yeah, we could definitely do that. You guys just happen to run into a treasure trove of you live in a merchant kingdom where gold is like the biggest speaking point. So it's easy to get gold, but it's just when somebody has silver, they're like, "Oh shit, that's a thing." Yeah, I forgot about that.
anyway, Visper. how like dangerous are these people? Like, do we need to worry about just like suddenly getting killed in the street for
I don't
harboring you, or is it like?
I don't think they're really going to harm anyone if someone tries to harm me, unless someone tries to harm me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're only here for me.
Oh, are we at the bar? I forget what it's called.
Niela's Nook?
The tavern. Yeah.
No, you guys are at
No?
one
Okay.
closer on the north side. I'm not going to come up with a name for every bar that you
All
guys
right.
enter for right now. Like, that's a lot
I
of
was just
mental.
wondering if I could return the amulet. Or...
You can do that. You can do that on the way back.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to go to Niela's Nook, I'm not going to stop you.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, is there any way we can convince them that you're safer with us?
I mean, I'm not fully convinced of that. I don't know how we're gonna convince the overprotective parents.
Yeah, I do not think that will be the case. Because turns out, if you run on the day of your wedding, they're gonna be coming after you.
Serena just flabbergasted at this point. What?
It turns out when you're the runaway bride, it just drops that fucking bomb.
Yep.
Okay, so things are starting to make a lot more sense.
That is okay. That makes it a bit more worrying.
So
That has objectively made it worse.
Was the person you're marrying like a dick, or
was it arranged marriage? Like, if I'm
Yeah, it
getting
was
the whole like
arranged.
this princess, right?
Yeah, it was
So arranged marriage.
Yeah, and they didn't tell me until like they weren't even planning to tell me until the day of, but I found out the day before.
oh, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah, so I.
Oh, actually, the amulet might do you some good here.
Oh yeah, we should ask Kassar how much it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's ask him when we get back how
Yeah.
much it would be because if we have that on you, then that. Do I know if that would protect like against scrying or something like that?
You know for a
pretty-
fact that the amulet of proof against detection and location does protect you from scrying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be detected. Can't be targeted by magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Okay, that would be our first step.
That would be good. We're kind of a hideaway right now.
Yeah, with a runaway bride.
Yeah, this is a difficult situation.
You're a bit.
My family's complicated.
Gee, I can't
How
imagine.
rich is your family?
Hmm?
Sorry, never mind.
Alright. Yeah, but if y'all want to learn more about my family, I can like tell y'all about the whole situation and why I even left in the first place. Well, I kind of did, but there's more to it.
I mean, yeah, if you're comfortable with it. Serena's gonna take a moment to look around to see if there's any people listening in to if anybody looks like they're part of that guard.
Roll a perception check.
Okie dokie. Oh shit, 22.
Fuck, Serena. the ball is rolling up. So Serena, you kind of like you take a quick bite and as you swallow, you take a swig of your drink, and as you do so, you kind of glance around you guys, and it seems that this small little tavern is a little just busy, that everybody seems to be minding their own business. You don't think there's anybody around you as far as you can tell, and there's nobody that's dressed up like the satyr guard that you encountered earlier today.
Okay, good.
Okay, we good?
Yeah, it looks like we're fine.
Alright. So, here's the thing, like, when I was living back at home, I came from a house of royalty. As y'all might have heard, I am actually a princess.
Tracks.
Hmm?
Yeah, that makes sense with what we've been told so far.
Yep.
Yeah. And most of the time when I was growing up, I was not able to leave the palace at all because my parents were super overprotective of me. They really didn't want me leaving at all. So I spent most of my days in the palace until one day I overhear one of the maids and whatnot talking about how basically the next day I was going to get married to my parents' business partner's son.
Oh.
Yeah, I was utterly surprised and shocked and appalled. So I said, yeah, I am not doing so. So I essentially just fled and left, and I just been wandering around most nights and whatnot. And then I met up with y'all one day, and here we are. And now they're back.
How long have you been on the run?
Well, about a few months, like five,
Yeah.
maybe.
And how careful were you with your like staying undercover here? Like, Visper's like not your real like Princess Visper, right? Like you wouldn't like it's a fake name, right? So that they couldn't just like look you up and like find you.
Whoops, I forgot all about that.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't too careful.
Cool.
I kind of used like a nickname, but it essentially had whispered the name. My name
Oh.
is way much longer. So yeah, maybe from that.
Great.
So yeah, yeah.
Wonderful.
We're gonna have to figure that out.
Oh man.
Maybe I could have been a little bit much better when it came to hiding my name.
Oh man. That's so good. It's so good. It sounds like such a high school runaway situation too. How the hell did you find me? You didn't change your name. You kind of left a note. You got like.
You didn't like leave. You didn't leave a note, right? At the very least, like you.
No, I didn't leave a note.
Great. Okay.
Very good.
Thank God. Okay.
But imagine if she did though. Like the
The
look.
name is real.
am-
Like, come on.
Yeah. Hey, I'm running away. Don't look for me at this specific location. I'm not coming back.
Deuce.
Peace.
Jeez. I love that.
Well then. I'm stumped as to how we're going to be able to keep you hidden for 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you can stay at the Stiffs and Boards or maybe Dead End Labor, Violet.
I don't think we have an extra room. Like, I have a closet. That's where I
Oh.
sleep.
That's not.
It's more like it's very much like a
walk-in
coffin,
closet,
you know. Yeah,
right.
she could definitely put a bed in there, you know, if she really wanted to. But
There's enough room for a chest. Like, it's fine.
And I can change around my living area to have enough room for another person. It's not that big of a deal.
Because most of the time I would literally just build like, what is it? A home out of sticks and sleep there But now, since they're here, I don't think that will be able to work because one thing they do know is that I used to love to build a lot of stuff out of sticks.
So
Oh.
they could have tracked the. How well did you clean up the these homes that you made? Great. Okay.
That was because I know I didn't clean it up because I was expecting to go back to the same area.
Yeah.
just mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I have a safety measure in place at my shop anyway, so
Oh God!
What
Right,
does that mean?
we talked. No, we talked about that. I forgot.
Serena just grins when Violet asks that.
uh,
If it comes to it, you'll see.
if it
You'll
comes
hear
to it, you'll hear it. You'll hear it. It'll echo for at least 6 blocks.
Oh god.
Stiffs and Board is like what? It's like a small little like corner shop, right? Like
It-
it's
it-
not-
It's a
it's not like a
mortuary.
bank.
No, it's an entire mortuary. There's
Why
a
would-
procession and everything.
just don't break the window.
Alright.
That's all you have to do. And if the window breaks, then well,
Sucks for that guy.
yeah, it's going to be a very bad day for whoever did that.
Yep.
Worrying.
I-
All right.
I remember this conversation. DM to player, I remember this conversation.
You have a glyph of warding installed? Like what the hell?
Serena touches her nose.
Anyway,
Uh, we should probably go talk to Kassar about getting a permanent necklace.
yeah, I can't pay for it. I don't have the money right now.
Well, hold on. How much would it
It's an uncommon item. It's less than 1,000 gold for sure. But like it's like no, it can't be any greater than like 100 gold.
Okay, all right. That's fine then.
Like it's an
I got it.
uncommon item. You can basically find it at like most magic shops for the cheap.
Okay, I'll be able to cover it.
Great. Thanks.
Necromancy's lucrative. Who'd have known?
Yeah, who'd have thought?
I mean, like it's like it's a service that is pretty expensive.
the man hours to inter and prep a body. Who'd have thought that'd be lucrative?
I'm fully expecting any one of these days for my mortuary to be haunted.
There's just that
I'm
one
waiting.
that one
Listen,
specter.
We've got a lot of experience with undead between our party.
Between the 5
We'll
of
be
you,
fine.
yeah, between the 5 of you guys certainly have the Ghostbusters beat on some accounts.
Yeah, who needs the Ghostbusters when you have a ghost?
You have an actual ghost.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
Whisper, that's a
Kassar, I
budget
have a amulet to return to you. I guess sort of jumping over to Kassar. We don't really need to.
Yeah,
travel there.
yeah. You guys can do it as your last activity before you end the day, and take your long rest. So yeah, you guys make your way back to Kassar. He graciously accepts the amulet back. Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh yes, yes, I've got it. And we were wondering about buying one of these for our friend here.
Hello.
This could be arranged, yes.
How much would be a fair price?
Kassar appreciates your patronage so much. We'll go with a discount. 50 gold, and we'll call it even.
All right, done. And Serena will take out 50 gold and in a pouch and hand it to him.
As the gold is transferred over, Etna comes back from a portal, and as she steps out, she goes, "Let me guess, you need another amulet?" Yes, if it would not be too much trouble. She digs inside of her little rucksack, and then pulls one out, and she just hands it to Serena because she figured the money came from you. There you go.
Serena, thank
What,
you
do
very
I
much.
look poor or something? I
mean-
say deteriorating in my.
Oh my goodness, I just realized something.
In my patchy coat.
I just realized, you
Pants.
know how I like to throw out petals and my stickers in celebration?
Oh no.
I never actually cleaned it up at all
Whisper.
when we do that.
Whisper is a
Face.
menace to herself and her cause.
Whisper, why are you the most trackable person in this city?
Whisper,
City of information. You're not being careful about your footprint.
she's a kid. She's literally like in canon. She's categorically the youngest party member in the whole group.
Oh, that's right.
Kassar, this is more like just like a hypothetical because I know we probably won't be able to avoid it, but or be able to afford it. But like just like as a idea, how much would it be to like to the best of your ability erase as much information about a person as we can, or not erase, but like get rid of, like hide a person, like.
Are you asking Kassar to assassinate your friend?
No.
Like witness perception.
Kind of the opposite, actually. It's to get rid of evidence that my friend has existed while still existing.
Like, changing identity.
Like a new identity, kind of thing.
Ah, we see.
Faking
Apologies.
death.
Apologies. We clearly misread the room on this one.
Yeah.
I also like wouldn't ask you like right in front of them. Like that would be pretty like.
Wait, what?
Honestly, Kassar thought that was very bold of you. We would have given you a discount if that was the real thing. Like,
Okay, good to know. Kassar does assassinations.
Kassar's our Saul Goodman.
Yeah, imagine the lights are on and you just hear the pitter patter. And all of a sudden you're just dead.
just snaps fingers, lights shut off. Snaps fingers, lights are on. Whisper's dead. Kassar has not left his chair. No.
Yeah, that would be funny to see.
This is one of those situations where Kassar would gratefully take all the coin you had and still would not be enough to cover this. In exchange,
enough.
Kassar will ask for another favor.
Okay, what's the favor?
Kassar will call upon it when the time is right.
Oh. That kind of favor.
Regretfully, for something such as this, it will be something that will have to be called upon when Kassar needs it.
Understandable.
Maybe we just won't. I think we can deal with it on our own for now.
Yeah.
Sort of. We'll keep it in mind as sort of like a last
Backup
minute, like
plan.
emergency backup plan.
If
Certainly.
that's okay.
I'm so sorry, guys. I just remembered. I'm sorry.
You're fine. We'll deal with it. It'll be
I
okay.
I
Just
want to
no
do
more
like
doing that.
I just want to do like an animated montage of all the Visper's adventures over the last 5 months prior to this 1 month of her just like she's like building like lean-tos.
Constantly leaving trails.
Yeah, she leaps in through a portal from the Feywild, drops here into the material plane, and then she finds an
Legally
oasis.
registers with her full name.
She finds an oasis, builds a lean-to, spreads petals all over the place because she's so happy for her first ever lean-to that didn't collapse on itself, and then she travels throughout the desert, going from place to place, building wooden lean-tos, like trading whatever little she has on her, leaving petals everywhere. She finally makes it to the city of Blasvatan, has a impromptu like hut in between the alleyway of Niella's Nook and the building next to it, made out of garbage and barrels and boxes and petals all over the place. Leaves for like 2 weeks, comes back, she's found, and the shock on her face is what is the ending of the scene. Just what?
Surprise face. Like, what? The Pikachu surprise face.
Yeah, the Pikachu's.
Introducing herself to literally everyone. Like, Hi, I'm Visper.
Yeah, all the while she's introducing herself as Visper, and I'm like, gee, how did they find her?
Who did they find me? I was being so secret.
So careful.
Yeah, so careful.
Has
did
it-
they find me?
Has a fucking license plate with her name emblazoned on it. Fascinating.
Kassar, also regarding the body that I have in my mortuary, if you have a necromancer you can trust to get information out of it and you want them to come by, that's totally fine with me.
If not, we're planning on using my guy.
Yeah.
Understood. Kassar has a few connections with the necromancer quarters. We will send somebody over.
Okay. Perfect. That was all I needed to talk about. And then she puts the necklace around Visper's neck.
All right, so Visper, make sure you have the amulet of. God, it's such an obnoxiously long name. Amulet of proof against detection and location.
Just putting magic necklace.
No. It's actually it's an actual
It's
item
a
you can
real
add
item.
into your inventory. Yeah,
What's the
Yeah.
actual item?
yeah, it's an actual magic item. Go into your inventory and then select add item.
Okay. Where would that be under?
It'd be
So click
manage inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm under manage inventory.
And then there should be a section that says add item.
Add equipment.
Yeah, add equipment.
Down at the bottom of your. It's in like whatever your hyperlink color is. Mine is probably different than yours.
I see equipment. But
Well, technically, since it automatically opens add item, just type in amulet in the filter.
alright.
Yeah, it's like
It's the fourth one down.
Amulet of. There are really not that many amulets.
No, there's not. That's why I just told her to type in amulet.
What is it? Amulet of what?
Of proof against
Proof
detection
against
and
detection
location.
And location.
Okay,
There you go. Go ahead and add that to your inventory.
What I added? Yeah, I added it to equipment.
Perfect. And then just make sure you equip it and attune to it.
How would I tune to it?
There's a slot in
If you
your
scroll all the way down in inventory.
yeah. Or you can just click the
section
attunement
called
tab.
attunement.
Oh, I see it. Alright. It's a tune.
Yeah. So just make sure you're attuned to it, and then there you go. That's one of your attunement slots filled.
Alright.
Alrighty.
I'm looking at Visper's character sheet, and I'm just sad at the fact you have 7 uh, spell slots, and then I turn back to mine, and I have 2.
I mean, Warlock and Sorcerer, the dichotomy.
Warlock moment.
When the Warlock realizes how gypped they are for spell slots, but also remembers they always cast spells at the highest level.
I mean, it's not like that powerful of a buff. Like,
I
you
mean-
just upcast.
You could, but I mean, you always upcast. That's the thing. Like, you never
yeah.
not upcast. Where somebody has to actively think about it, you're just like, nah, this is always going to be the most powerful version. Cat, I love you too, but you gotta go away. My cat's in love bug mode right now.
Aw.
Aw, that's adorable.
You say that. Well, he's being tame right now, so we'll be fine.
I
Will be-
also was I posted a funny meme in chat, and I realized I don't actually know how to spell Kassar's name. I just guessed.
I
You're-
have Khasarr.
You were pretty close. You're just missing the H.
Let's go.
There you go.
I knew it had an H.
Yeah. Like, it's just weird enough, you know. So you guys got the Amulet of Protection.
Yep.
You guys are... Is there anything else you would like to ask Kassar before you leave for the night?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think
I'll
I've got
take it,
everything
dude.
I need.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. With that in mind, go ahead and...
Trust me, yeah, I got someone.
With that in mind, go ahead and take your long rest. And if you need to change your spells or anything like that, for those of you who need to do that or can do that, go ahead and do that.
I think I'm good.
I
Okay.
don't think I don't think I'd done anything that would have required having a long rest, but
I know Visper burned a spell slot, so...
yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I'm pretty sure...
everything's
I'll
fine.
also double check, because I'm pretty sure you guys... I'm pretty confident you all did it, but just double check, make sure you guys don't have any levels of exhaustion on your character sheets. I
do
glanced...
not.
Yeah, I glanced over,
Oh
and I
my goodness,
could have
oh my
swore...
goodness, I do.
There it is.
Whoops, I forgot to put that
Like,
on.
out of the 5 of you, I could have glanced over, and I'm pretty sure one of you still had a level of exhaustion somewhere.
Yeah, whoops.
Yeah.
I don't think I've made a dice roll today. I'm just realizing.
No, I don't think you have.
RP heavy, yay.
Yeah. This is one of those sessions. So, the dawn of the next day happens. The rumbling underneath you begins to become almost unbearable, like an earthquake. And then that's when you realize the scarab has awoken and is lifted off of the sands. The time of the migration is now. But the day is yours.
Is this the first migration I've been in?
This would be yes.
Oh, Serena's not happy.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
likes
it'll
the
be
ground.
fine. What do you get motion sick easily? That might
No,
be a
she just
problem.
likes the ground.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
as
ground.
the ground is just moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like that.
It's just
I prefer my ground not moving. Thank
Oh,
you.
maybe you should bolt down anything important, or like at least tape it down. Your store.
I would say you guys did some preparatory work beforehand with Jeremy and Lily, so
Yeah, the window is braced.
yeah, the window is
So that it
brazed,
doesn't break.
so it doesn't shatter. You know, all your ingredients and things of that nature are like locked up behind like, you know, locked cabinet doors and things of that nature. Nothing's gonna fall over. You're secure. Like everybody, I would say, like for those of you who have never experienced a migration before, you have somebody who can teach you how to prep for the migration. And then obviously for people who have experienced the migration, you had already set this up like a week in advance. So yeah, so you hiring Jeremy like 2 weeks ago was probably the boon that you needed the most.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, you, if I recall correctly, you and Visper now live together temporarily, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you, Visper,
Wait.
so you, Visper, Jeremy, and Lily are kind of just sitting in your I'll just say they're sitting in your living room. You guys are just sitting there, just like waiting for like the heavy fissures to end as sand just begins to deposit off of the carapace of the scarab, and all you hear is this low, not really wailing, but this kind of like you know how a foghorn sounds off of a ship?
Yeah.
Some sort of variation of that, just as it just begins to rise up, and then as soon as it reaches its full height out of the dunes, you then begin to feel the slight fissures of it shuffling along the desert sands as it's making its migration to its next location. But the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Huh.
Breakfast.
Yeah, you guys can certainly have a
No, breakfast.
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 Yeah. What kind of
I
breakfast
should've cared.
do you have, Serena?
Uh, I think Serena, it's very like meat heavy, just
Mm-hmm.
because of how she was used to living out in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one big hearty meal generally is how she starts her day, with just kind of like bacon and ham and or the equivalents. Uh, eggs, just a lot of protein.
Just a lot of heavy proteins.
Yep.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna make my way over to Stiffs and Boards as well.
Yeah.
I think.
Absolutely.
What's
You-
up, guys?
Yeah, you catch them all in the middle of their breakfast. They just finished setting the table, and now they're serving. Um,
A little cramped, but it's fine.
it's not so bad.
I'm gonna head to the back with the body.
Okay, I'll join
our
you.
cultist.
I'll join you after we finish, and then hopefully our necromancer friend will get here soon.
I was gonna ask my lizard to see
Oh,
if
yeah.
Farad wanted to give us an update, or if he could like do something through the lizard.
Yeah, and then we'll have a second opinion as well, so that'll work.
Hmm. So you finish up breakfast. It's about 15 minutes, you know. You want to at least enjoy your food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes pass by. You guys all make your way into... I don't really know how best to call it. I'm just gonna call it a lab at this point.
Yeah, it
'Cause
might as well just be
It
allowed.
might as well be, because like I don't actually know the proper term for a mortuary. Who like, I mean, like, it's the morgue, but like also like, what do you call that? What do you call the forensics lab where people do autopsies? Like, you know what I mean? It's still a lab, so I'm gonna call it a lab. So you guys make your way into the lab, and you see that Jeremy and Lily are just kind of like going over all the tools and everything like that. Kind of reviewing some stuff to see if they remember where everything is, make sure nothing's broken for you. But yeah, you still have the body, and the body is laid out on the table just as you left it.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take out my lizard guy.
Okay, so you take out your little skelly lizard.
How do I do this again? Farad, hello?
The skeleton lizard begins to glow with green energy, and its eyes light up, and it opens its mouth, or whatever the equivalent of for a skull is, and you can hear Manas Al Farad's voice echo out. and all you and you hear the words, uh, Violet, my dear, if you are trying to contact me, I'm currently away on some sort of necromantic summit. Apparently, we've been called in because of some recent activity that's been going on in the deserts. It's only going to be about a week's time, but in the meantime, however, if you have any inquiries, feel free to ask the homunculus. He's pretty knowledgeable.
Cool. So I guess that's the lizard.
Yeah, you basically got a voicemail from your lizard.
There's not even a feature to like leave a message at a beep. No. Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. No,
Um,
no, 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 you brought it up. I'm actually gonna roll. Damn, another nat 20. Yeah, okay. If you have an inquiry for me specifically, please leave a message after the hiss.
Ugh.
I guess I'm holding the lizard up to my head like a.
Yeah, you're kind of just like holding the lizard on the back of your hand, and you're just staring at it as it's open, as its mouth is agape.
All right. Yeah, we've got a body that we want you to inspect with like speak with dead or something like that. Like it had some weird like stuff going on. We're trying to figure out what it is, like in case it's like a danger. Also because Serena's doing it, it's gonna cost a little bit of money because we're doing like preparation for necromancy as well. And we also have like 2 other bodies to do that with as well, that I collected. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you in a week. Ideally, to deal with this, we have another necromancer coming to deal with this as well as like a first opinion. Yeah. How do I end the message?
To record your message, please close the skeleton head. To redo the message, please pull the skeleton's tail.
That's not the voice.
If
I
you
expected
if you would
from
like to
skeleton.
leave a callback number, please pet the skeleton's head.
You have a number? Well, I guess I closed the jaw.
As you gently press down on the lizard's head, it just the energy leaves its body as as it just returns to its normal state.
Imagine
Okay.
Lily is just fascinated by the lizard.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah. Like honestly, you're learning about this more about this lizard every day.
Yeah, I didn't know it could do that. uh, so, lizard friend, do you have any ability that could help with this?
That's all it does. It just kind of like hisses at you. Just,
Be rude.
well, it's not an aggressive hiss. It's more like an acknowledgement.
Okay. So is that a no? Like you're not like gotta understand. I don't understand. What's going on here?
Can I use animal handling to try to get a like infer what the lizard is saying?
Sure, roll for it.
10.
You know the lizard is not hostile,
Okay.
but it
Well, that's
can't
good.
seem to do what Violet is asking.
Okay. It does not look like the lizard can do what we need to get to do.
He said the homunculus would be like talented and stuff. Maybe this is just not.
Is that the
The thing.
homunculus, or is that just a
This is the
undead lizard?
homunculus,
Okay.
right?
No. The homunculus is the one that gave you the money. This is a familiar.
Oh, this is my familiar. Okay.
Yes.
Can you call facade? No. Okay.
Just the lizard just looks at you blankly because it's a skeleton.
Great. Okay, we're gonna. I mean, do you want to just wait here, see if our new necromancer friend will show up, and then I'll get facade, maybe?
Yeah, it sounds fine. I can teach
Okay.
the kids about the body and kind of what the runes are. while we're waiting.
All right.
Okay, so you rush back to Dead End Labor to find the familiar, who currently is holding onto his tiny little clipboard. Violet, what can I do for you?
We have a thing. Well, since Farad isn't really available right now, he told me to refer to you for like a second opinion here. In the meantime, or I guess a third opinion, in the order of like we've got a necromancer coming over, then Farad was gonna be our thing. So I guess your third opinion. Even though technically, chronologically, in the order of people who you're first, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
So
we have a body and we need to inspect it. And a necromancer would be the person to do that. We're trying to ideally speak with dead, I think, is what we're going for. But like,
do you need like another interrogator, or like what am I doing here?
do you have necromantic abilities?
I have a couple of spells stored inside of me for business purposes. Yeah.
Do you have speak with dead or some other thing that could do that?
Yeah, the boss loaded me up with something like that.
That would be helpful, I think, because I don't have that, and neither does Serena. So
Yeah, okay. I mean, if you just need somebody to cast a spell, I got you covered.
yeah, can you leave the building? I don't think I've ever seen you leave the building.
Oh, have you seen these people? They're helpless without me. And you see the one skeleton who's dust. He now has a feather duster, and he's dusting, but he's been dusting the same corner for what feels like 7 minutes.
Okay, can we just like move him to like 2 feet to the left?
No. He'll get around to it. He's actually supposed to be cleaning the windows right now, but
So he won't get around to it, is the feeling I'm
Uh,
getting.
he'll get around to it eventually. Hansy, you got the place down, right? And Hansy just gives the thumbs up.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, see, Hansy's got this. Yeah, let me just let me grab a couple of gems here real fast, and then we can set the spell up. All right, just give me a second. And where are we going again, by the way?
Just to stiff some boards.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Down the
I'll
street.
yeah, no problem. I'll meet you over there. Let me just get this pouch full of ingredients here, and then we'll be good to go.
Great.
So he comes back. He's got a little like miniature knapsack full of like. He looks like he's ready to go on an adventure. Like to put it bluntly, he's this flying homunculus who looks like he's about ready to go on an adventure with a little knapsack attached to his back. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So what's this what's this corpse about, anyways?
So it's the same group as the other two that I brought in the other day. So there's sort of like this cult, I think. They were able to summon centipedes, big ones, out
Oof.
of their neck with tattoos.
Oh boy, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. And what else did they do? They did something else. Oh, right. They were able to like sacrifice their own like life energy sort of thing
Holy shit.
for a statue that was gonna poison all of us.
Wow, that's some pretty crazy shit you guys were doing over the last couple weeks, huh?
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out like what the hell that was.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey,
So did you know Farad just calls you the homunculus? Like he doesn't use your name when referring to you.
to be fair, I don't have a name. You know, I'm just homunculus.
Oh, I thought your name was Facade.
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to call me Facade, I'll adopt that name. That's a pretty cool name, Facade, the mask. I can live with that. If you want to call me that, I'm cool with that. You know.
Yeah, that's what I have been calling you.
Oh. Ah, interesting. Good to know. Good to you know what? I'm gonna get a nameplate and everything. I'm gonna hang that on my little neck. We're gonna Violet, you're onto something. You're really onto something here.
All right. Well, I guess we're back at Stiffs and Boards.
Oh yeah,
This was like a
we've
2-minute walk.
yeah, like we've been there for a while. We were just having a conversation now. So you guys returned to Stiffs and Boards relatively quickly, and you see this homunculus, the small little backpack flying into the lab. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello.
So my name is and he kind of does like a little half bow. Facade apparently is my name now, and so I hear you're in need of a spellcaster who can speak to the dead.
Yep. I am not there yet as a cleric.
Yeah, all right. Well, I could certainly do that for you. Now the question is. So now the question is, I was told there was going to be another necromancer here.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have
I don't know
arrived
where
yet.
they are yet. Kasara was the one who said that he'll get in touch with it. I don't know how.
We don't
that'll
know if
be.
that's today. We don't actually know when that's happening. It was kind of just like it will happen.
So you guys just sort of decided today was the day, huh?
I mean, like we've got like 4 different things, and we might as well like try to do them as efficiently as possible.
Man, you got a lot of fingers in different pies, huh?
Yeah.
Tomorrow we might need to like work on the family hunting, or like the hunting for that goddamn air genasi, etc.
You see Facade, and he kind of like wipes away a tear. It's good to see you take such strong initiative, Violet. The boss will be really proud of you.
Aw.
All right, well, enough of that. And he just like puts his backpack down. All right, so when he pulls out these gems and goes, all right, now place these gems as I explain them. I'm gonna place one there and there. That one over there. Place this one, and I'll take this one. And he places one gem and he just puts it on the head.
Can cry.
This is he's just a homunculus. He's not undead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Serena will also prepare to cast Zone of Truth because there's no guarantee that the person will. Basically, she's expecting it to recognize us as an enemy and not cooperate with us, so she wants to cast Zone of Truth as kind of a preemptive measure.
All right. Perfect. So, and then, oh, okay. Well, no, wait. We got it right here. Here it is. And he pulls out this small stack of incense, and then he goes, "You got a light for this?"
Oh yeah. Prestidigitate it.
Hey, see, nice. This will do wonderfully. All right, so I'm gonna start casting the spell here, and you guys get 5 questions, so make the most of them. Yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
Serena will cast Zone of Truth at the same time.
Alrighty, so just 1 minute here, and he begins to flutter around, creating a smoke ring around the entire body. And as the smoke ring finishes its connection, you see this pale blue energy begin to emanate around the smoke before it coalesces and creates the spirit of this cultist. And then as the spirit slowly descends into the corpse, these pale blue eyes begin to awaken, and now the corpse can speak. What do you ask of us?
What was your purpose with the ritual?
This was not the first question I was expecting. All right, expecting something else, but here we are. Here we are. And you have Zone of Truth up, correct?
Yep.
Fuck. So I actually have to speak as truthfully as possible. With.
I mean, technically, it could make a whiz save.
Charisma's a save, actually.
Oh, charisma.
Yep.
Well, fun thing about being undead, they don't have that very well. But I'll roll it just for the sake
It's-
of.
DC 13.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
So he's gonna be compelled to speak the truth.
Okay.
So what was the purpose of the ritual is what you were asking, right?
Yep.
How do I say this in the cultist fashion? We sought to call forth an avatar.
Expand. More Avatar, like
Avatar of Gold.
What does that
I'm
mean?
Assuming.
the Last Airbender, like
No, I'm assuming it's Avatar of Golian.
blue people or elements. You gotta,
Blue screen crash.
So I'm running off the assumption that it's Avatar of Golian. So,
4 questions.
Yep. I had one. Come on, brain. Holy shit! I can't believe I blanked.
Welcome to my hell.
what's with the like centipedes?
There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Who gave you the centipedes or the tattoos?
Okay. Good for clarifying that question.
Yep.
And the corpse reaches up and touches where the last centipede tattoo is. These were gifts by our Lord.
Who is your lord?
A very stiff smile cracks onto the corpse. Goliath.
Golion?
Yeah, that's the plague, god of desolation, blight.
Cool.
It's
Two-
the centipede thing that we saw.
2 questions left.
Okay. I have one, and Violet, if you have one.
You go first.
Does Golian exist in our plane currently?
Not yet. He doesn't.
Don't like
Well,
that.
that's good.
I don't like
news.
it yet.
1 question left.
You have anything else that we're looking for here? Why'd you take the stuff? Like, why'd you take Kassar's shipment?
It turns to you, Violet, and it speaks. Artifacts imbued by Golion rested in those crates. We sought to use them to summon the Avatar.
Who'd we deliver those to?
We just to Naila's Nook over there, and they said that the shipment was going to be handled.
And with that, the last question, the smoke, the smoky essence of the spirit lifts up and then the smoke disperses. The spell ending.
Okay, well, that's a lot of information that I'm not comfortable with.
Well,
I wonder
Let's
if
think
Kasari even
about
knows about the artifacts that were imbued by the plague.
yeah.
Something tells me. Oh yeah,
He might. I kind of get the vibe of him that he does know and he doesn't necessarily care
yeah.
to get
It
the
wouldn't
money.
hurt to ask though.
Yeah.
Well, I have to remember Jeremy, Lily. That's kind of more or less what to expect with the necromancy stuff. I mean, sometimes they raise the dead and stuff, but sometimes it's just asking questions and getting very foreboding answers.
Yeah. Whoa, I forgot that Jeremy and Lily were here.
Yeah, so Jeremy's like, that sounds like that's gonna suck. Like, really bad for us. Meanwhile, Lily's like, she's got a whole journal she's scribbling in right now.
I mean, normally the necromancy doesn't like happen in this building.
Yeah, no, it's generally taken somewhere else, but like
Yeah, like it's
We're
kind of like
general-
against your religion, right? Like,
I mean, the most of our religions, yeah, I'm just kind of an outlier, I think. I mean, there are a few grave clerics who works with necromancers in this city just because it's good for business.
This is one of those weird situations where the way you practice your faith, Serena, is not counterintuitive to the teachings of your god.
I found a weird loophole.
Yeah, because in essence, you are still quote unquote guiding the souls of the departed, as per Solneus's doctrine, but it
you're
is
just guiding them to me.
yeah, but like they're not like, you know, being ferried off to the afterlife per se.
Yeah, they're finding purpose after death.
That yes, you are repurposing them, in which case that is still within Solneus's dominion. So those
Listen,
doesn't technically go against your
necromancers are
creed.
really like environmentally aware.
Yeah, if necromancy
for
could
you
be a
to
druidic
cycle.
circle, that'd be awesome. Moth Gaming, hey guys, welcome Raiders, welcome Rez, welcome Vodum. How's it going, guys? Welcome. For those of you who don't know, my name's Ekan. I'm a Turtle VTuber. We are currently playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're doing our homebrew campaign right now, and our party of 2 currently, because we're still waiting for some more players, and then our newbie Lumi had to go take care of something for the time being, so she's out of the picture for now. But hey, yeah, thank you guys so much for the raid. Thank you guys so much for coming. What is Moth Gaming? What did you guys do? What have you done today? Here, let me.
With a body.
Yeah, they're playing with dead people.
Let's go.
Let's go. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get these shout outs up.
Interview.
Yeah, they interviewed a corpse.
Also, I want to point out somebody called you Northern Lion.
I had no idea what that
Yeah,
referenced.
I was very confused when that happened.
Yeah.
He's a bald Twitch streamer. Or
He's a-
YouTube streamer.
He's a what?
He's a bald YouTube streamer. who's very popular.
Interesting. I had no
Or Twitch streamer.
idea.
I'm not sure which actually.
That's
which-
pretty cool. What was the game you were playing?
Guilty Gear
Called
Strive.
Fall For You, a roguelike rhythm shooter, and there's a cool moth head that allows you to shoot. That's cool. That sounds cool as hell.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I'm gonna go back and watch your VOD later. Then after this, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch that because that sounds dope as fuck. That sounds really cool. They were homing moths, bro. Bro. We all right, definitely going to watch that later. I'm going to watch that for sure. But patch is coming out soon. Oh, sick. That sounds really good. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait to see it. They just want to get close to the light, Photo. You can't just call moths out like that. What if they hear you? Oh my goodness. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for rating us, by the way. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're gonna get right back into it because I believe our players were just discussing the revelations that they got from the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We
so
just delivered a handful of like cursed artifacts to someone,
it sounds like it.
Eventually.
and which were gonna be stolen and used for summoning a god.
An avatar of the god.
Oh yeah, same difference.
No, if it was actually the god, we would be really fucked.
Yeah.
But
Um,
the word, the phrase "Golian does not exist yet" does not bode well.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
And the fact that the tattoos were given by Golian somehow, I don't know if that means another cultist under Golian's teachings or whatever was the one who imbued the tattoos, or if Golian spirit is just going around branding tattoos onto cultists.
Yeah. I think we've got to talk to Kassar again, our best friend.
Yeah.
About the fact that he delivered multiple crates full of cursed artifacts for the summoning of.
I mean, maybe they're going to a museum.
Yeah, maybe.
I also don't think it's in his best interest to talk about it, so it's going to be interesting to talk to him about it.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're making our way to Kassar.
You guys gonna go back to Niela's Nook?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Third time in the past like 2 days.
You guys are really giving Kassar a lot of business.
I know.
He couldn't be happier. So once more, you make your way to Niela's Nook. What do you do about Jeremy and Lily?
They'll be fine.
Or Facade, for that matter, the homunculus.
Oh yeah, maybe.
The homunculus goes back. It goes back to dead end labor. It'll be fine.
All right, cool. I guess I'll pack up here and we'll see you back at dead end labor. Yeah, absolutely. And he begins to like flutter about, picking up his gemstones and like disposing of the incense cleanly that was burning for the ritual. And he's like, all right, cool. Well, I gotta go see something about a skeleton. So he puts his little knapsack back on his bag and he begins to flutter away out the door as you guys leave.
Okay. Jeremy, Lily, if you just want to mind the store while we are taking care of this, I still have to make up contracts for you, but
So, quick question, Miss Serena.
Yeah.
What happens if somebody brings us a corpse? Do we just like bring it inside? Like, can I get to work on it?
No, not yet.
Damn it.
One day, but not yet.
Okay.
We have to make sure you're properly trained. For now, and she kind of goes over what practices we go through. So, like, either preparing the corpse or our options are preparing the corpse for burial, funeral rites, or preparing it for necromancy rituals.
Okay.
And she kind of lays out the basic price options for each of those. And there's like a pamphlets too.
Yeah, you have little handouts for customers. They just sit there at the front desk, like, oh yeah, take these. These are our payment options, and
We also have caskets if they would like those. Just and then do your best to just kind of, be respectful. Most importantly.
okay, yeah, we'll be sure to do that. All right, fine.
Thank you.
Okay, so you leave. You leave Lily and Jeremy to man Stiffs and Boards, and you guys head out to Niella's Nook once more. It's still about morning. Like you guys haven't even spent that long. It was like a 10-minute ritual at best. And then including the questions, I'd say maybe 20 minutes had passed all in all. So so you guys make your way to Niella's Nook. You see, you see the elf and the tiefling bartenders, and they kind of just like wave at you, like, you guys come here a lot.
Yeah.
We have a lot of business with Kassar.
Clearly, if you want, we could just start naming drinks off of you at this point. Like
I mean, we don't buy drinks that much.
yeah, but I mean, like you.
I'm going to need a drink after today.
Cool. Fairy fire shot or
After business, I will come down and order probably a fleet.
got you. We'll set that up right away. So they get that set up. You once again meet Frank, the Coleoptrix guard, and he's just like, oh, yep, and he just set his sides out of the way. Boss should be in. And then you make your way up the stairs once more. Hank, the other Coleoptrix at the top of the stairs, points you to the door, and you knock on the door, and opening the door is Etna once more, and she goes, "Didn't we just see you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's your gold. Come on. And she begins to like set aside the couch that you guys would sit on, and she makes her way back to her little chair, pulls out her smoking pipe. Boss should be in shortly. He had to attend to some business elsewhere real quick.
All right.
The door closes behind you, and you see Titan just standing in the corner of the room. He gives you a curt quarter-inch nod, acknowledging your guys' presence.
You been eating okay, Titan?
Oh, I'm doing quite well, sister. There is not much here to do. Just stand watch.
All right, I'm glad.
Yes. How about you? Any new adventures you want to talk about while you wait?
You'll hear all about it shortly.
I'm sure. An inky black portal opens up once more behind Kassar's desk as he walks out, and he's scratching the back of his scaly head in frustration. This did not pan out the way Kassar thought. Oh, this is going to be a lot of cleanup to take care of. Etna, we need to... Ah! Friends! Kassar apologizes for not greeting you sooner.
Totally fine.
Please, to what do we owe the pleasure?
I was curious, the order that you had us retrieve the other day, we were curious, like, who that was going to, because we've just come in to some worrying information about that. And whether you are aware of what you're delivering.
Kassar would have to apologize. He was simply the middleman.
Okay, so you weren't. That's a load off my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So
What did you discover?
So we talked to the body.
Yeah.
I see.
I'll go in the order of the answers that we got.
Okay.
They sought to call forth an avatar of Golian.
Ah, and he leans back in his chair, trying to brace himself for what later news you could provide him after just that.
Yep. Their tattoos were apparently gifts by the Lord Golian.
Hmm.
Good news, it does not exist in our plane yet.
What do you mean yet?
That's my concern too, because I have a feeling there are probably other cultists working to do this same thing.
I see.
And the artifacts that were shipped were imbued by Golian.
Kassar's maw is left agape as
Yeah.
Etna takes one long drag from her pipe and lets out an image of what looks to be fairies made out of pure smoke just fluttering, and it looks like they're pointing and laughing at Kassar.
Yeah, end of the world might like partially be your fault. No big deal.
Yeah, you really
No,
fucked up here,
because-
didn't you, boss?
Well, okay, who was the shipment going to?
It-
Or do you know?
I honestly do not know. I was told to deliver it to Killerin, and that somebody who was staying at Niella's Nook was going to take care of it.
Well, in that case, maybe the information of who it came from. Do you have that? That would also be very useful.
Yes, it was a archaeologist who had recently made a discovery in the deserts. He came upon some ancient ruins and said he wanted these to be verified, and he asked me to deliver it to a friend in Killerin.
Okay,
So the fact he asked you to deliver it, not to be offensive to you, but makes it feel like he's not just an archaeologist.
Oh, Kassar takes no offense.
Yeah.
When you deal with information, you must have a level of discrepancy. Discretion. I'm sorry, discretion is the word I'm looking for. Discrepancy, Jesus.
So yeah, do you know if this archaeologist is still like in the city?
To Kassar's knowledge,
he was
he
at all.
moved. To Kassar's knowledge, he has moved on to another city, I believe, or he's perhaps in one of the outposts in the desert.
Do you know? I mean, fuck, that's not going to be much useful in 2 months now, is it?
You have a way of getting off the city?
We do. Oftentimes, Kassar and Company is required to leave the city for other jobs. We have a means of leaving. May I ask why?
Well,
I think it's pretty obvious why. We've got to hunt down this archaeologist.
or the ruins.
Yeah, or the ruins.
Hmm.
Also, other like sub-quests, the Air Genasi people, they're not in the city either. Really, like being in the city is like there's not much for us to do here in terms of like our things.
Ah, I see. Are you still pursuing the El Jarasi known as Azir?
Yes. Do you
Yes.
have any updates?
Regretfully, not on his name specifically, but there have been talks of movements within the Genasi tribes out in the desert.
How about the Order of the Desert Wind?
Outside of the attack on the Skara Aldin as of the last couple of weeks, they have been rather quiet. Though there were rumors stating that they were working with the Genasi tribes.
That would be lucrative for them because then they could just go in, take whoever they wanted out of the tribes, and either forcefully or peacefully.
Hmm.
There's a lot of bad shit going on.
Truthfully, outside of the Scarab cities, the desert is home to many dangers.
Yeah, we ran into some of those. Sand sharks are fun.
Oh, the sand sharks are most ferocious indeed.
We just wanted to let you know to be careful if people say they want to transport artifacts from now
Kassar,
on.
Kassar will do his best to be more mindful in the future.
Okay.
Now then,
I
Hmm?
I feel like right now the artifacts are going to be fine. Maybe they were meant to just go to an authenticator, to go to a museum or something. We won't know until either bad shit starts to happen or it doesn't.
Mhm.
Yeah. Uh. Well.
Well,
Yeah. Do you have a way of getting off the?
well, we do. It's just it it's a little tricky.
Ah.
These portals that you see me use all the time, they work as a sort of network to locations I have been before. But that is as far as I can take you.
I see.
So would that be other outposts in other cities?
It would, yes. It would be at by other offices throughout the Scarab cities.
So, and by that I would continue to assume that you don't really have anything off the cities.
Typically, no. I usually have others speak on my behalf when leaving the cities.
Understandable.
Well then, someone had to pick it up in the city, and it was way too soon before the other cities aren't in migration, right?
All the cities are in migration.
All the cities are in migration, so they might be stuck on their city.
Mm-hmm.
The person delivered to.
So there's a strong chance they're still in Killerin.
Yeah. I suppose we've got to go to Kilrin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. We had fast travel this whole time, and you made us go through the desert. Asshole.
It's
Well, we had to get the shipment.
Oh right, my bad.
like I said, very tricky. Will you require the aid of your other companions?
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to fill them in on all this shit.
I see. Then in that case, Etna and I, we shall prepare the porter for your departure.
All right.
In the meantime, however, we do require something of you.
Yep, I figured.
Uh, if you wish to use our portals, we will need something to attune you to the portals themselves. An article of clothing or something that directly ties to you. Perhaps a lock of hair or something that we can use as a means to attune it to you.
Sure, I'll pull out a tooth.
I keep forgetting you can.
Forget that she's undead, so she can just
Yeah.
pull a tooth without any worries.
Somehow I forget.
It's because she acts so human.
Oh, most of the time I do have the disguise on that makes me look human.
Yeah, she acts so alive. We forget that she's dead.
People haven't been touching me often for me to describe how the My skin doesn't feel right.
To be frank, the majority of people who have had the opportunity to touch you, you've killed. So,
I mean, Scorb's buddy.
oh yeah,
from
Lee
last
is
session 2.
Lee is a different breed though. Lee is literally built different.
Yeah, with his nat 20 stealth check.
He's a big guy, but he's light on his feet. What can I
Oh, no,
say?
that wasn't Lee. That was the dude who started with an M.
Oh, Manas. Yes,
Yeah,
that was Manas. Yeah. Oh no, wait, not Manas. Manas is your boss. Minaj. I was thinking of Minaj.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
very similar names.
Boy howdy, my coworkers are gonna hate me when I get those two mixed up. Okay, so yeah, so Serena, what would you like to offer as a anchor, or for the portals?
It won't get used up, right? I can carry it on me.
No, he needs it for the portals themselves. Think of it like using an attunement slot without using an attunement slot. He's basically setting up the rituals so that way you can also use so that way you can also use these portals.
Gotcha. Serena will Violet, do you have a dagger? I'm just gonna take a lock of my hair out.
Violet?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did their internet crash?
Sorry, my bad. I forgot I have push to talk on. Yeah, I have a dagger. I can do that. Or I do have a great sword, just like in my hat at all times that we could use.
I don't need a great sword. I just need a dagger. Thank
All right.
you.
What are you? She just
I
needed
don't
a
really
lock.
need this anyway.
She just needed a lock of hair, not her head.
The same difference.
Yeah, she takes off a lock of her hair and hands it to Kassar.
Wonderful. Once the rest of your party arrives, then we will ask for their anchors as well, and then I can begin the ritual.
Right. All right. Thank you for working with us so much.
Thank you for bringing this to Kassar's attention. It seems that, even as careful as Kassar is, some things seem to slip through the cracks. On that note, Etna, we have work to do.
Yeah. Once we're away out of the town, like out of earshot of Kassar, nothing like blaming the end of the world on a person to get them to give you free stuff, right? Like
Yeah, right.
normally we'd have to pay for fast travel.
That's a very good point.
We could just guilt trip him instead.
Jesus.
Well, it looked like he already had a lot of us played already, so we just added to it.
Yeah.
A mostly female-oriented group. Of course, they choose to guilt trip the businessman.
Gaslight.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, win. Goodness gracious, is that what this campaign is now? Oh god, I just realized Scorp is actually the only male in the party. Oh my goodness, yes, This is Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, the game. Oh no. What have I done? Poor Scorp, what have I done to my boy?
We'll trans Scorb eventually.
Oh no.
It's on the agenda.
It's on the agenda. Oh no, it's on the agenda. Alrighty. Well, honestly, we've reached a compelling stopping point because it requires the rest of the party. There's not much else for you guys to do unless you want to prepare for anything else you need to prepare for.
Oh, I think the last thing I want to do is draw up contracts to where we'll split profits 50-50, like they'll get 25 each.
Yeah.
Percent.
Okay, that seems reasonable enough. I'll notate that in the notes.
Okay.
And then as far as anything that you need to do, Violet, is there anything that you would like to do for a final moment before we end today's session?
I don't think so. Maybe I'll roll just like for
Just
the
to
heck of it, 'cause I
just to see.
haven't
You haven't
rolled
rolled
the
all
whole
day, which
game.
is incredible.
Yeah. It was a nat one, so maybe
You know
I
what?
didn't need
Maybe
to roll.
maybe you didn't need to roll today. Maybe the
Yeah, maybe
pendulum.
it'd be fine.
the-
Maybe
the-
it's fine. It's fine.
the ball was rolling down today for you, but it's okay. It's okay because maybe next week it'll roll up.
Yeah, yeah. See, watch this. Next time it's gonna be a nat 20. Hey.
Almost.
Pretty close with a 19. That's pretty close. It went from a 1 to a 19. You know what? The ball. You're a roller coaster with your rolls, and that's exciting. But yeah, that's gonna be it from us, guys. We've stopped at a pretty good point here. I think we can call it for that for tonight's session. Let me go ahead and just pull up our little thing one more time here, so that way everybody can follow the players here as well. Is there anything else you guys are planning to do this week that you want to shout out, or you guys want to?
I'm gonna be streaming Inscription in about an hour.
Okay. And what about you, Frog? Any big plans for this week?
Every Friday, more or less, me, my good friends Seaweaver and Snowfer are playing Divinity 2 or Divinity Original Sin 2.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you playing as, anyways? What's your class that you're doing for Divinity?
I am Metamorphist.
Ooh, that's always fun.
Yeah, the polymorphing class.
Yeah. That one took me a while to get behind because I found that I think I did a Metamorph Ranger combination and I just shot arrows all day long.
I am going hard into polymorph and I got Medusa head and that's
really
a great.
That's a game changer. Yeah. well, in that case, guys, that's gonna be it from us. We're gonna call it here. But thank you guys so much for joining us for tonight's episode. Hopefully next week we'll have the whole party involved so that way we can continue on. Otherwise, get something to eat, get something to drink. Make sure you guys get plenty of rest. Be good to each other, and remember, we love you. Have a good night. Bye.